Good morning, Streakers. It is Thursday, June 28th, and it is Stunt Day. Longest streak of the day wins 5 Gs. So let's not waste any time. Let's get this party started. I will be deferring all of the NBA draft props to our Twitter account, so be sure to be following us on Twitter as trades may happen and we may get some inside info like we did with the NFL draft. So check out all that advice on our Twitter accounts later today. Now, for the earlier props, I'm just going to run down some of the ones I like and don't like very briefly, and then we'll get to our locks because there's a ton of picks today. Starting with the tennis, I like 2 games or fewer with Serena. If she's on her game, she will absolutely smoke this chick. Your only worry is if she's a little shaky in figuring this girl out, but if she's on, she's going to smoke her. 2 games or fewer is my choice for the first pick of the day. I also like the underdog in the second pick, 6 strokes. It's a par hole. These guys have parred that hole a lot in the past. I'm taking 6 strokes. And I love the yes group cards of bogey or worse. That is judged to be the hardest hole on the entire course, and I think that's a lot of the reason why it's 98.5. You got 3 dudes there. I think one of them's going to bogey it. I think that's a great pick. The Dustin Johnson, Hunter Mahan prop feels like a coin flip to me, even though there's a lot of people on yes right now. Bo Van Pelt, that seems like a coin flip. I would actually take any other score there if I'm picking that. Love the San Antonio Silver Stars, even though they're only at 6% right now. They're huge Vegas favorites. LA's banged up. San Antonio's fresher and at home, and they beat them earlier this year. I love the San Antonio Silver Stars there, and that is one of the only times you'll ever hear me say, I love the San Antonio Silver Stars. Probably not going to hear that one again. Germany is the clear pick, obviously, to advance against Italy. I think if you've built up a pretty good streak before then, just go Germany. If you really want to dive into the 4 props in that game, I like that yes corner in the first 10 minutes. The other 3, to be honest, are a little iffy for me. It all depends on how the game's being played. Is it wide open? Is it aggressive? Or is it more bogged down? So I would avoid those if you have a good streak. If you don't, just flip a coin and get through it. There's a little baseball prop that's interesting in there because you can get that in before the night games tonight. And the Nationals, they're 99.2%, and for good reason right now. The Rockies with Outman pitching. Outman is going to give up at least 4 or 5 runs. He does it every time. I would pick the Nats in that. And I also like any other number in the softball. Obviously not an expert in women's softball, but I feel like 2 or 3 could be a real good number. So going any other number there. As I said, I'm going to defer the NBA draft picks to the Twitter accounts tonight, so please be sure to follow us on Twitter for the up-to-the-minute advice and trades and all that jazz that comes along with the draft. All right, let's get to the locks for today. Krista Berry will be locking in Germany to advance against Italy. They're, I guess, pretty heavily favored. They're definitely the favorites. I think they might be the favorites to win the whole thing at this point. So he likes them to beat Italy. Streak Beasts. Make sure to go to streakbeast.com and follow them at Streak Beasts. They are locking in one of the NBA draft props. They're going 6 feet 7 inches or shorter for the 8th pick, which belongs to the Raptors. They think they definitely want a guard there, and a couple of the main prospects that'll be there are under 6'7". Steve DeBerry will be locking in one of the props I talked about in the morning today, the yes, bogey or worse. One of them will card that. He really likes that. And I will also be locking in Germany. I feel like that's a gimme that's up there that many people will skip because they try to get so many props in, but that's just so juicy out there that the Germans will advance. So good luck on the streak day, on the stunt day on the streak, and be sure to follow us on Twitter for some up-to-date info on the draft, and hopefully one of you guys will be taking home the 5K. See you tomorrow.